Hey everybody! Justin Cena here. How's it going? This is going to be one of the best videos you'll ever watch. This is my brand new, totally updated for 2021 Shopify print-on-demand step-by-step setup guide. And by the end of this video, you're going to know every single step that you need in order to get started in the best business model online print-on-demand, my personal favorite. And you see the agenda on the screen. We're going to go over everything. I'm going to teach you exactly what print-on-demand is, and then we're going to go over the shoulder. I'm going to do some niche research, and I'm going to build a store, a niche store, step-by-step, live right in front of you. You're going to see every single step to building, to customizing, to branding it. Then we're going to go ahead and integrate print-on-demand. You're going to see the exact print-on-demand app and partner that I use. We'll even get some designs and add in our first product. And like I said, by the end of this video, you're going to have every single skill and every tool that you need to jump into print-on-demand, which is by far my favorite business model online. So let's jump into it right now. So what exactly is print-on-demand with Shopify? Well, first of all, it's my favorite business model, and in my opinion, it's the best e-commerce business model of 2021, right? Print on demand is going to allow you to start your own brand without ever touching a product. Or you could start a 6 or 7 figure brand and never touch the products that you're selling. That's how powerful print on demand is. And you're going to be able to sell millions of dollars of print on demand product without ever dealing with shipping. You're never going to deal with tracking numbers, bubble mailers, boxes, shipping tape. You're never going to have to deal with inventory. You're not going to buy products up front. You're not going to deal with having the right colors in stock or the right sizes in stock. You're never going to have any product risk. And this is exactly how print on demand works. All you need is a design, right? You don't need any inventory. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need tons of employees. You don't need a call center. You simply need a design. Okay? And this is a design that would be advertised to people that love cats, for example. It says, I work hard so my cat can live a better life, right? This is literally just a design file, a .png file that's on my hard drive. But with print on demand, we get to turn this design into a purchasable product. Okay, and I'll start with t-shirts as an example, but definitely understand print on demand has evolved a lot since it started with t-shirts, right? Now there's over 500 different products. I'll talk more about that later. But again, we have the design. You see, this is just a design file on the left. I'll show you where to get designs. I'll show you how to get designs later on in this training. But you got your design file, and that becomes a purchasable product in your store, right? That t-shirt. Now, keep in mind that t-shirt does not exist anywhere. It's not in a warehouse. It's not in your garage. It's not in your closet. It doesn't exist, right? With print on demand, exactly in the name, right? This product will be produced when it's ordered. It will be printed when it's demanded. Let's show another example, and then I'll dig a little bit deeper into that, because that's obviously the magic, and that's the reason why we love print on demand. The fact that these products, here's an example of a hoodie, right? You can go ahead and buy this hoodie on one of my stores, but it doesn't exist. I haven't paid for it. I haven't placed any orders. I haven't gone and done wholesale. I haven't, received 1,000 pieces and put them in a storage facility. I haven't sent them to a fulfillment house. This hoodie does not exist, but I can get paid for it right now. Right, and again, it's not just apparel. Right, here's another one. Right, this is obviously advertised to people that love dogs. A house is not a home without paw prints. This can be turned into a massive, thick canvas print. And these sell for hundreds of dollars. So we're talking about a design file that could be turned into a t-shirt, could be turned into a hoodie, could be turned into hundreds of different pieces of apparel. It could be turned into art. It could be turned into posters. How about this one? Again, dog lovers, a rescue dog stole my heart, right? We have this design file, and it gets turned into a print-on-demand face mask, right? I mean, it's literally that simple. This face mask does not exist. It won't exist until someone orders this product. And there are over 500 different print-on-demand products that you can customize with any design. And the real amazing part about print-on-demand is that there are always new products coming out, right? It started with just t-shirts, just apparel. Then we got into artwork. Now we have all these crazy different products, and I'll go over some in a bit. But it's really just evolved into pretty much an entire brand can be run just on print on demand. And that's really the power of it, right? We're going to be able to sell over 500 different products that are produced when ordered, right? Print on demand. The product is printed when it's demanded. Okay, that's print on demand. And you can think about the old way of doing things, right? You would have to go to a wholesaler or a supplier. You'd say, okay, I want to start a, let's say, a t-shirt store. So you're going to I have to buy 500 pieces minimum for them to start printing your designs, and then you got to start worrying about what sizes to get and what colors to get, right? You want to keep the most popular ones in stock, but do you want to offer other colors as well, right? You have all these questions. All this risk gets introduced because you need to pay up front, right? You need to make those inventory decisions. You need to buy that inventory, and then you need to store it as well, right? And you also obviously have to ship it. And maybe you thought that this is the only way to start a business, going with wholesalers, paying up front, right? Having all that risk. This is the old way of doing things. This is the way before print on demand. And like I said, print on demand is the best business model online right now. It eliminates all of this risk. It literally eliminates all of these steps, right? So we're never going to have to do this again. All right? We're not interested in doing the old way. We're going to jump into the new way. And this is the print on demand way of doing things. You're going to create designs, right? You can create them yourself. You could get a freelance graphic designer to do them. You could buy them from print-on-demand design sites. A lot of different ways. You just need to get the design, right? And let's say you're going to create designs for dog lovers, right? You build a dog store, you build a cat store, you build a niche store, you build whatever type of store you want. And with your designs, you simply select print-on-demand products, right? You're not ordering them. You're not getting 1,000 pieces. You're not hitting minimum order quantities. You're simply selecting where the design should be placed and which products should be offered, right? There's over 500 different options. You don't need to, you're definitely not going to offer all of them, right? Maybe you go with mugs, maybe you go with t-shirts, maybe you go with wall canvas, maybe you do a combination, right? You get your designs and then you select which products should have those designs. Then through your print-on-demand partner app, you add these products into your store. And obviously this is going to sound like a stupid, simple question, but what happens to products that are in your store? Well, hopefully they get bought. Right? But in no step here did we talk about paying for a product, buying inventory, hitting minimum order quantities. There's none of that. Right? That's the old way. With print on demand, if you want to have or sell a shirt to people that love playing chess, for example, just something I randomly thought of, all you need to do is go ahead, create that design, select the print-on-demand products that you want, add it to the store. There's no product cost. There's no costs in terms of getting that product in hand. You don't need the product in hand because it's printed when it's demanded. So this is the print-on-demand product process, and it's really all about this, right? Here's your design. You select which product you want it to be on, and you add it to your store. Right? It starts with a design, ends with a purchasable product, right? But let's talk a little bit further, right? What happens once it's in a store, right? So you're going to go ahead and create your designs, right? And this is the magic of print on demand. This is why print on demand is so amazing. Okay, you're going to create designs, or you'll get you'll buy a pack of designs pre-made, whatever it is. You're going to have designs ready to go. Okay, you're going to add them to your store. Okay, we're going to literally build right in front of you live today. I'm going to build a brand new print-on-demand store. You're going to see all these steps in action. But we're going to add those designs to our store. We're going to pick print-on-demand products. Maybe we decide to just do apparel. Maybe we decide to do just homewares. Maybe we do accessories. Who knows, right? 500 different products. We could do whatever. We just add them to our store. Okay, next, well, like I said, if there are products on your store, you should hopefully have customers coming, ordering those products. And what happens when someone orders? They pay. Okay, so again, there's no part in this where we've acquired any inventory. There's no part where we've made any orders with our print-on-demand partner. But the best part right now, the customer orders, we receive the payment, our job is done. There's nothing else for us to do, right? And this isn't because I'm lazy. This isn't because I've created some really great system. This is just what print-on-demand is. Our job is done, right? Print on demand. The product is printed when it's demanded. When is it demanded? When someone orders. Well, okay, you see that the customer orders and pays. But with print on demand, our print on demand partner is doing all of the work. So we collect the profit. Our job is done. The order continues. And now automatically, our print on demand partner receives the customer information. right? What did they order? What color did they order? What style? What size? What options? Obviously, what shipping address? All of that information is sent directly to our print-on-demand partner through Shopify. We don't pick up the phone. We don't email them. We don't copy and paste. We don't forward the order email. Our job is done. Right? There's literally nothing for us to do. Even if we wanted, there's nothing that we can do. We can't walk down to the warehouse and go and find the order. We don't have we don't have a warehouse. We don't need a warehouse. We can't go and load the shirt into the printer and print it ourselves because we don't have a printer. We would never want to have a printer, right? That's why we have a print-on-demand partner. So our job is done. But what happens next is really the magic, right? Automatically, the print-on-demand partner receives the customer information. So if it was that example of that print-on-demand mask, right, they would receive the information that they need to print a mask. They would receive the design file, and they would receive the customer information automatically. Next, they go ahead and literally create the product, right? This is the print-on-demand part. The product doesn't exist yet, right? I've already been paid. I've profited. Customer got their order confirmation email. They're just waiting for the product now. In the background of all this, I'm sitting back, relaxing, counting my profits. Print-on-demand companies doing everything automatically. They literally go ahead and create the product. They put the product in a bubble mailer or in a box. They print out the shipping label. They ship the product. They even provide the tracking number on your behalf to the customer. Okay, and then of course the cycle just begins again. And it's all starting with designs. We're talking about files on your computer. We're not talking about any physical inventory to build an entire brand. An entire brand starting with design files and no inventory. That's why print-on-demand is so incredible. And there's over 500 different print-on-demand products. Over here we've got basically non-apparel items. And then I've got all these apparel items as well. And you're probably more used to seeing the apparel ones. Like I said, print-on-demand started with t-shirts. I think there's very few print-on-demand stores that are only t-shirts. And that's because a lot of these other products, hoodies, for example, you just make more profit. Right? Sweatpants, leggings, wall canvas, shower curtains, dolls, ornaments, right? These are higher margin products, give us a little bit more profit in our pocket. But all of these products are print-on-demand. Of course, this is just a small selection of over 500 different print-on-demand products. All of these match this business model where we'll never have to touch any of them. We won't order them up front. We won't have them in a warehouse. We won't have them anywhere. These will only be produced when they're ordered. So with print-on-demand, you simply create product designs and sell them on your store. Your print-on-demand partner does all of the work automatically after you get paid. Your job, make the sale. Your job, get the products in your store, right? You're going to be an online entrepreneur. You're going to build a brand that people love, right? Your job as an entrepreneur is not to run the printers or to figure out shipping rates or to figure out what ink is going to, create the nicest canvas print, right? Leave that to people who do that for a living, right? That's what print-on-demand partners do. They have the printers, they have the know-how, they have the relationships with the shippers. You focus on being an online entrepreneur, build a brand. Right? Print-on-demand allows you to do that without getting bogged down in all of the kind of annoying back office headache type stuff that would involve any type of physical product. So let's take a look at a real life example. This is animalhearted.com. It's a Shopify print-on-demand store for animal lovers. And this is a really great example. You could take a look through this entire site. Every single product on here is print on demand. You see hats and tank tops, t-shirts, all these different products out there. We take a look at some of their dog shirts and hoodies. And these are just simple designs. Right here is Every Dog Matters design placed on a t-shirt. Right here is Antisocial Dog Club design just placed on a t-shirt. Here you have it placed on a hoodie. Here you have it placed on a tank top. Right? And here's a hat, right? You could see all these different styles. Here's a print-on-demand mug, right? The idea is that you have a design and it goes on top of your print-on-demand product. And this was just they focus a lot on apparel here, but there's, really any other example. You could do wall canvases, you could do shoes, you could do bedding sets, you could do shower curtains. I mean, the list goes on, but this is a great example of a print-on-demand site that's out there right now and doing a pretty good job. This is the power of print-on-demand. Create a brand and sell millions of dollars of product without ever touching them. right? You literally saw an entire brand built just on print on demand. And I think this is going to be a really good kind of visual example. Let's play a little game, right? It's called Is It Print on Demand? And I'm going to show you a site selling products, and you'll guess if it's print on demand or not. Okay, let's start off with iconic.com, and they focus on canvas art, right? They have these big framed posters, they have these nice thick canvas prints. You see all different types of designs over here starting at $90, and they go a lot higher depending on the size that you get. So do you think that Iconic is a print-on-demand store? Or how about Rip and Dip or ripandipclothing.com? This is a nice brand based on a cool cat logo. And you can take a look through all their different products here. And you see long sleeve and t-shirts. Do you think that Rip and Dip has print-on-demand products? And now you're looking at electrothreads.com, really popular brand in the kind of rave / EDM niche, whatever you want to call it, and they have really popular face masks. Do you think that the Electrothreads catalog is print on demand? The answer is it doesn't matter, right? And I wanted to show you this to kind of illustrate the point that you may not know if any brand is print on demand. All you know is that as a customer is you're ordering something online based on a visual representation of the product, and then you're going to receive it in the mail. Right, so Electrothreads is print on demand. Iconic is print on demand. I don't think Rip and Dip is print on demand, but again, as a customer, how would you know? As a customer, you don't even know what print on demand is. It all happens behind the scenes. So your favorite brand, the biggest brands out there, they could be print on demand. It's just their inventory style. It affects nothing else in terms of how things work online for customers. They're going to go, they're going to shop the store, they're going to buy the product. And it really, this entire business breaks down into 4 simple steps. Right, step 1, you're going to open up a Shopify store and you're going to choose a print-on-demand partner. You don't need any code, you don't need any experience, you don't need to hire a developer, you don't need to learn HTML. There's nothing technical when it comes to Shopify. And of course, I'm going to be showing you all these steps over the shoulder as we go through this video. Step 2, you're going to create or acquire designs, right? I'm not a designer, so I never create designs. I go and get graphic design packs. I get print-on-demand packs. I work with print-on-demand freelance designers. I get those designs, and then I place them on print-on-demand products. Sometimes I focus only on apparel. Other times I focus on really crazy stuff. Most of the time, I'll just mix and match whatever makes sense for that store. We're going to add these products to your Shopify store via the print-on-demand app that you choose. So whatever print-on-demand partner you pick, they're going to have a Shopify app, and this is what allows you to have all that automatic back and forth between Shopify and the print-on-demand app without you needing to ever pick up the phone or copy and paste anything. So the print-on-demand partner app will be connected to your store. You'll add the products. Then you'll be an entrepreneur, right? You're going to market and advertise your store. This is really your only job, making sales. Right? Go ahead and make sales, find those perfect customers, make money, because step 4 is collect your profit, sit back and relax. Once you make the sale, there's literally nothing else for you to do. Your print-on-demand partner does it all. I often joke with my students, say, okay, next step here is sit back, relax, drink a beer. Right? There's nothing else that you can do. You can't go down to the facility. You don't pick up the phone and talk to your warehouse staff. All that happens automatically with your print-on-demand partner. That's really just the magic of this business, and really all defined in just 4 simple steps. Back to the agenda now. We talked about print on demand. Hopefully I explained the kind of overall concept of why it's so amazing. Now we want to talk about niche selection, right? Niche is going to be, the actual subject of our store. Are we going to have a cat store? Are we going to have a dog store, a tennis store? Are we going to have a store focused on selling canvas prints or bedding sets, right? We want to go ahead and figure out what niche we're going to select. And we're going to use a free tool from Facebook. It's called Facebook Audience Insights. We'll go over the shoulder right now. 100% free tool from Facebook. And it's going to allow us to figure out all that we need to know about niches. You're looking at Facebook Audience Insights, and we're going to use this tool to answer 2 questions about the niche. First of all, number 1, we only want to select niches where people are passionate about the subject. Okay, so we're not going to pick something like going to the dentist or doing your taxes. People aren't passionate about that. But they're passionate about their family, their pets, their hobbies, their jobs, right? Different things like that will be very, very easy to sell to because people are passionate about it already. And if you see people talking about it on social media, sharing things on social, then you know that is a really, really great and probably a super passionate niche. So to use this tool, we need to find out if there's passion, and then we need to find out if there's enough size. In terms of passion, right, it's really just kind of a judgment, right? Should be pretty obvious if people have passion in a subject. If you really have to think too hard about it, then probably doesn't have a mass appeal. Right? So you pick a passionate niche. If that's number one, 1A would also be picking something that you personally have a passion in. Just is a lot easier for you to walk the walk, talk the talk. But once you have a niche in mind, you literally just come in here. Let's say you wanted to do cats. You just go ahead and type it in, cats. It's going to show you how many people, and this is just the United States, how many people are into cats on Facebook. 60 to 70 million people every single month are into cat-related interests on Facebook. Right, that's massive. We typically want to see a couple million or more. So, really, if you're doing a niche like cats or dogs or fitness, right, you know that there's going to be more than a couple million people in the niche. Right, but you can come in here and literally do anything, right? Maybe you want to start a tennis store. Come over here and put tennis, right? And you want to make sure that we're coming up with interests, not with demographics or employers. So you see what happened over there. Here we want interests, tennis, 20 to 25 million people per month. Right, and how about we do a little smaller one, right? Maybe you want to create a store about scrapbooking, right? 1.5 to 2 million, right? So that's still big enough for us to jump into, right? We want to have a big enough upside. So we want to pick a passionate niche, and we want to pick one with a big upside. And for today's video, we're going to be building a print-on-demand store in the dog niche. So I'm going to come over here in dogs, and again, this is probably just a waste of time because we know that millions and millions and millions and millions of people love dogs, right? 70 to 80 million people every single month on Facebook, just in the United States, like dogs. So obviously this is a very passionate niche. It's definitely big enough. So we're going to move forward with it and choose this for our store niche, which means we're going to be selling products to dog lovers, and we're going to be focusing on getting those dog lovers to our site as the perfect customer. Back to the agenda. Now that we picked our niche and we know how to choose and research niches, it's time to actually set up our Shopify print-on-demand store. So I'm going to go over the shoulder, and you're going to see step-by-step every single step that you need to open up your own Shopify print-on-demand store. And you see over here under the important links, they finally thought I was cool enough to have my own branded link, shopify.com/Cener, C-E-N-E-R. This is going to give you an exclusive 14-day free trial. So we'll literally go over here so I can get this 14-day free trial for this store that I'm literally going to build right in front of you right now. So you see shopify.com/Cener. It's going to get you that 14-day free trial. Literally all that you need to do is enter in your email. So I'll do that right now. It will then ask you to just create a password and a store name. You could change this later. I'll just call it Dog Training Video Store. Again, no one's going to see that. Then we'll press Create Store. It's going to ask us for a few more pieces of information. They're going to create the account, and they're actually going to build the store in the background. So we'll just pause this. And now it's actually loading the store dashboard. If we come and click this little eye icon, we can actually take a look at our store right now. And sure, it doesn't look pretty. It's, ugly. There's nothing on it. But it's something worth kind of taking note. And this is why Shopify is so great. We already have a fully functional e-commerce site, right? We're going to customize this entire theme. You see different banner sections, different product sections, homepage banners and titles and navigation and shopping cart, right? All of this works out of the box. And a couple of years back, before Shopify really, became what it is today, it would have taken you months and tens of thousands of dollars working with a developer just to get an e-commerce platform that you have right out of the box right now. We haven't even spent a single penny yet on it with Shopify. So that's why Shopify is the ultimate platform, the only platform that you're really going to want to consider, especially if you want to integrate with print on demand. So we're going to take this theme and we're going to customize it. And to do that, we don't need to look at any code or anything like that. We just need to come and click on Online Store. And then you're going to see over here, Debut Theme is our current theme, and we're going to click this Customize button. And this is called the visual editor or the theme customizer, and you see that these are mirror images of each other, and we get to do what you see is what you get editing. So literally, we'll come over here, we'll click on the header, for example, and we could change different things. For example, an announcement bar. Checking it. It says announce something here. And if we change, you see it changes live. We change the color, right? We just point, you want to do blue. right? Change is live. Okay, we click save, and when we come back over to our store, we click reload, and we see the change is live, right? Nothing needed in terms of code, no servers, no hosting. Everything is done through here. And we're going to run through this entire panel, and we're going to customize the look and feel of our store. But we're not just going to do it randomly, right? We picked our niche to be dogs. And that means we need to build a store. We need to build an environment that screams out, hey, if you like dogs, you're in the right place, right? Our brand loves dogs. You love dogs. We have dog products. Take out your wallet, put in your credit card details, and give us money, right? That's what we need. That's the environment that we need to build. That's the goal of web design. It's not to get something super nice that you could print out and give to your mom and she'll put it on the fridge and say, oh, this looks really cool. No, it's about conversion rate. It's about making money. It's about building that site and that storefront that screams out to your perfect customer, hey, you're in the right place. And we're going to do that just literally by going through all of these different sections inside of the theme panel. Now, because we're doing the dog niche, we want to pick a dog-related color scheme. And luckily, this niche is so big, we could literally pick any color that we want. But what you do is just literally go into Google and go to Google Images, just type in your niche, and take a look at what comes up, just scrolling through, taking a look at the overall colors. We see a lot of brown and beige. But again, this is such a popular niche. We've seen brands in pretty much every color. So we want to have a niche color scheme that resonates with the niche, unless you have a niche that, like I said, in this one is so big you could do anything you want. So we're going to go into the header first, and we're going to have the logo section here. And you're going to want to get a logo designed by a logo designer or design it yourself if you're good at that. And before this video, I got a couple different things done. I got the logo from a designer, just a nice simple logo using a blue color scheme. That's going to be our main color. And then I got a couple of banner images created and sized correctly. You could do this in Photoshop if you know how. And this is just free imagery that I got from Unsplash. You go to unsplash.com. It's a free stock image site. Type in dogs. You'll literally see this image right here. This is the exact image that I have, just with a blue overlay over here to give me the kind of color scheme that I want. So we have all of that ready to go, and now we can go back into our actual theme panel here and take a look at the header section. So we have logo, and you see that we have our kind of ugly store name there. We're going to change that, and we're going to take our logo file. We're simply just going to drag it right over here. You're going to see it immediately updates in this section, and we could change the width. I like typically going all the way to 250 if it looks good. And now we have our logo up here. Okay, and what we're going to do is really fill out all of these different entries and create our branded site. Next, we have the announcement bar, right? We already checked this to make sure that it shows. We want to uncheck this box so it shows on every single page. And we're going to put something like free shipping on orders over $50. Okay, now we have this light blue color, right? Doesn't match our color scheme. That was just in there for an example. What we want to do is match our blue as best as possible. Or you could literally just take the hex code. Your designer will give that to you. You get it in Photoshop. And that's the exact same shade of blue, right? Really big in terms of design. We want to match the same shades. We don't want to have a light blue and a dark blue and a royal blue, all these different things. Okay, we're going to keep the text as white because that's just easy to read. And we're going to save this. And we're just going to simply move on to the next section. Okay, and this is where we're looking at the layout of our homepage. And if you thought that you might need a developer or a programmer, or you needed to look at code to edit the layout of your homepage, well, get that out of your head right now. You don't need to do that, right? We have our banner section right here. And you see it says image with text overlay, and it says that over here as well. We could replace this. We'll come back to this in a second. Okay, but you see all these different sections. Okay, we have a little image with text section. So you're thinking, okay, well, I don't really want that. Okay, no problem. Well, you could do a couple different things. Over here, you could just turn it off in terms of hiding it, or if you wanted to just completely delete the section, come right over here and remove section, and literally it's just gone. Okay, we have these 3-column text section. Okay, you say, I don't really want that. Okay, no problem. Just remove it. Okay, and I like keeping my homepage all about selling, by the way. I don't really want to have too much generic information. I want to get to the products very quickly. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to remove the testimonials. This would be a great section if we were an existing brand. I'm going to remove the gallery down here, and I'm going to actually add another section. So I have my top banner, my featured collection, another banner. Here's my footer. Now I want to add another section. We have all these different sections we can put here: logos, newsletter, an individual featured product, featured collection, which I'm going to add here again. So we could have multiple sections. In fact, actually, I'll do featured product over here. So we'll have featured product here instead. Okay, so we have the sections for our homepage. And again, if you don't like any of these, if you want to add more, if you want to even rearrange, right? Let's say I wanted to bring this featured product up to the top. I could literally move it up here, and now it's on the top. Of course, I'm not going to do that. Put it back down here. We typically want to load up with a nice banner image over here. This is the layout of our homepage. And again, we'll press save on this. Important to note also over here, if we click on this icon on the top right, we have different views. And it's very important to be switching back and forth and looking at how it looks on mobile, because you're going to see at least 80% of your traffic from Facebook and social media coming through mobile. So if your site doesn't look good on mobile, it doesn't look good, period. So we can switch back and forth, kind of just making sure that all the changes that we make still look good on the different device sizes, whether it's desktop, tablet, mobile, etc. So now we want to actually come ahead and customize this. Okay, and you see this gray background image. We're going to go ahead and add a banner image. And again, I got a completely free one over here from unsplash.com. Right, totally free. There's a lot of different free stock image sites on there. And I obviously just searched the niche dogs, and you're going to see how great this looks. When we add this on top of our site, we just literally drag the file in. It's going to upload right over here, and now we have our little section. We got our nice blue, so we're having a corresponding color scheme. We could change the different options here. Let's say we want to make it a little bit smaller, kind of like doing that. We can change how the image is aligned if we want it to be on top. Want to make sure that we have full control over what this image looks like. Now we come over here, we'll give a little bit of text here. This is actually important for SEO, search engine optimization. So we'll put in our main keyword, dog lovers, store, and then we could put something like the perfect place to shop for dog lovers. Okay. And of course you could change that, have full control over that. You might want to spend a little bit more time thinking about what you're going to put in there, but just a nice little banner over here to give us some consistency with our theme, to give us the look and feel that we want. Again, we're trying to build an environment that says, hey, if you love dogs, you're in the right place. At any time, we could just click over, literally just take a look at our store, reload it, and we'll see the changes that we are making appear in real time. So here's our live store. Here is the theme panel, and we're just going to continue moving down here. We're going to go to the featured collection section, and we'll be able to select a collection. Collections are otherwise just known as categories, right? How are you going to categorize your product? And by default, you'll have the homepage collection. I just have a little sample product in here just so you could see. And you can control how many products are going to get shown per row, how many products or how many rows, and all these extra buttons that you could add in here. Fully up to you in terms of customizing that. So we'll save that section over here. We'll come back. Image with text overlay. See, this is just simply another banner area. So we'll come over here. We'll take our other banner image, and you can have as many banners as you want. You can even turn this into a slideshow, just have more images over here. But you see, we're just literally adding more image. We have our dog-related imagery. We have our color on top. We could put something like here. Okay, we can just put a little guarantees, a little bit of marketing language here. We don't always need to have a subtitle. Changes over here. I mean, you can literally put anything you want here, by the way. It doesn't matter. Fast shipping every day. All right, whatever you want. You put whatever you want here. It should be something that's going to help add trust, help you kind of make the sale, help you make that connection with the customer. It's all about marketing on here. We got our featured product, another section. Again, if you don't want this section, you simply just turn it off. Right? You say, I don't want featured product in here. It's totally fine. You could add any section. You could delete any section. There's never any code. We'll come over here. I'll just select this little sample product that I put in here just for the sake of showing things. We'll have different options over here. For example, the quantity selector, right? Of course, we're going to want to show that. People might want to buy more than one. So we'll get that checked. We don't need to show the vendor. Doesn't really matter. Social media buttons, totally up to you. On the homepage, I probably just won't show that. Dynamic checkout button, I always turn that off, and then everything else is fine. We have our image zoom automatically on there. That's kind of built in. So we'll save the changes here. And now we'll take a look at the footer section. And we have our quick links section over here. There's going to be our footer navigation, and then we have our newsletter. You could add content as well. You could potentially make it more columns or anything like that, right? You see a third column come up over here. Again, if you don't want something over here, you simply just go ahead and remove it. And that is what our footer looks like. Typically, we'll want just something that is going to either match the color scheme or is very easy to read. So gray, white, black, or your primary color. So speaking of colors, we're going to come over and actually look at the theme settings now. You know, we've configured the home page, but we want to configure things like overall colors. And that's going to really affect things like buttons, which are super important for call to actions and for conversion. So I'm over here in the theme section, theme settings section, and we're going to come under, of course, colors. And what we want to do here is replace any color that is not part of our color scheme except for black and white, right? We could always have white text, we could always have black text, we could always have white backgrounds. That's just kind of best practice for design stuff, right? We don't need to worry about that. But when we have other colors, or when we have backgrounds, or when we have buttons and decision-making assets like add to cart buttons, we need to change those. So headings and links, body text, we'll keep that, right? We don't want to make that hard to read, but no reason that we should have red in our theme. So anytime we have a sale, we're going to change that to blue. Okay, now our primary buttons, these are super important. For example, add to cart, we're going to come over here, primary, and you see recently selected, this is just the blue that we've been using throughout, so we can very quickly add to that. Now we have our color scheme implemented on our buttons as well, right? Exact match to our logo, and that's super important, right? This is the most important button on the page, and it gets even more important when we come over and take a look at the product page, which I'll show you. We'll customize that in a second as well, but of course we want to see that big blue button here, and there's some things that we'll need to change. But coming back to the colors here, we have secondary labels and borders. Again, we could change this to our blue. We want to have blue basically everywhere. Okay, borders, we don't need gray, we'll do blue. Okay, now image overlays, if we have any, we'd want them to be in blue. And you take a look at how that changes all of our images, right? Really gives that exact match to look like our color scheme. So, you know, and let's say your color scheme is red, you just do that with red as well, it doesn't matter. Right, whatever your color is. Borders and lines, we'll go with our color as well. Right? So we're really just implementing our color scheme from top to bottom. This is going to affect every single page. Typography, you could change the fonts. I really like Helvetica. It's probably the most popular font out there. A lot of other options as well, for example, social media. So we'll come down here. You notice there's no social media icons. I'm just going to put in a Facebook and an Instagram, and you'll see automatically in the footer these icons will automatically appear. So inside of your settings, you'll want to configure social media. You could set up your fave icon, which is just a little icon that shows up over here. Now, checkout is an important section that we want to update. Not much that we can do there, only two things really. We want to upload our logo, of course. So we're going to put our logo. And then we need to update the color scheme. You see that they just use a random blue. Of course, we want to be using our main blue. Errors we can keep as red. That's just kind of universal. But we're adding our logo, and we're updating our colors. Right, and that would be for the actual checkout page. Not shown on here because it's a page that isn't totally customizable. This is literally all that you can do. Just add an image, which is your logo, and set the colors. Okay, theme style, you don't need to worry about this. This is basically just defaults if you're not going to customize anything. And you can really just run through these. Not much that you need to do here. Right, really just kind of personal preference in terms of how you want your site to operate. But this is the main section of what we're going to be customizing. And here's the home page. Again, I'll come over here and take a reload, and we'll see how everything is really kind of looking put together now. Right, still an empty site, right? We only have a sample product on here, but this is starting to look like what we want to look like. And we want to go over here now and actually go to the product page, and we'll do the same thing right here to bring up the product page options. And all these other pages we really don't need to worry too much about because they're going to be driven by the header, the footer, and the colors. So we don't necessarily need to edit the cart page. It's already got our color scheme on there. We don't necessarily need to do our collection page. It's already got our colors. See, here's the blue lines, right? Our black text, which is what we've kept. But we do want to come over and go to a product page, and we have some options here. Okay, so of course the header is still the same as before. The footer is still the same as before. But we're on this product page section. We definitely want to show quantity selector. That's a must. Okay, you see that it literally just appears. I'm going to uncheck this box, show dynamic checkout button. Okay, I don't want to show that. First of all, I don't like how the color scheme flips when you have that on. Take a look at this again. The button turns white, right? We want the button, this is the most important button on the page, we want this to be blue. Okay, so we'll have this on here as your product description, right? You'll be able to, of course, edit that out. We have image zoom on or off if we want. Sizes of the imagery as well. Of course, we want to have a nice big image. We could choose to hide or show these social media icons. And then we have product recommendations. This is just basically the related products section. We only have one product in the store, so it's not showing anything. But right over here would say, you may also like, and of course you could change that to just say related products if you want. And it will show different products over here. Of course, we only have one, but that will fill automatically. So not many changes that we did here. We really just updated the button. Make sure this uploads. There you go. So there's the change. Here's our quantity selector that we added. Here's our add to cart button. Here's our cart look, right? Everything is kind of driven off the same template. So really not rocket science here. You know, this site didn't even really exist just a few minutes ago. And we're already well on our way to a nice looking site. I really think, look and feel wise, of course, again, it's empty, right? But just looking at the top, right? First impression, I think, is pretty strong. If you're a dog lover, you come here, we'll want to fix the navigation in a few minutes. But it looks pretty, pretty legit. And that's the goal, right? We might be a 15-minute-old store, or we might be a 15-year-old store. The goal is still the same. When people get here, we want to look legit. We want to look trustworthy. And in the instance of niches, we want to make sure that we resonate with the passion that people have for those niche or those niches, in this case, the dog niche. So this is all under customized theme. Again, I think it's really important when we're over here to be peeking at how it looks on mobile, just making sure everything still fits nicely, everything kind of aligns nicely. You see how everything kind of shrinks down to its one column view when we go this way. We'll go to the product page as well. You see everything kind of fitting nicely. It's all centered. We'll have the related products there once we actually get there. So always keeping the mobile view in mind. That's super important. And we're going to continue editing the site. You see online store is password protected. You can go ahead and disable this password if you want. This is really just because we're a brand new testing store. We're not live yet. Coming over here, pages. This is an important one. And we're going to see on our navigation we have catalog, which is just simply the all collection. This is going to show all of our products. Okay, but we want to add some things to our navigation, right? We need to look legit. We need to be a legitimate store. So we need to add pages. And the first thing we're going to add is contact us. Really, really easy to do this. Contact us. Every theme has this section over here called a page template. We're going to select page.contact. Okay, and what this is going to do is literally add the contact form. Right, we can go ahead and take a look at how this page looks, and I didn't code this in or anything. It just works. And by the way, our color scheme is there. Blue outlines, blue button. Okay, so this page exists, but no one knows about it yet, so we need to add it to our navigation. So literally right over here, it says add to your store's navigation, or we could just come over here on the bottom left, click on navigation over here in the middle left, I should say, and we have two menus, main menu and footer menu. And if you really couldn't figure out which is which, you could just look and see, okay, menu items, home catalog, well, that must be this one. And the footer menu here just says search, so that must be that one. So we're going to edit the main menu. And you see it's literally just point and click. So we could rearrange this if we wanted. We're going to click add menu item. And we're going to come over here and click on pages. And of course, contact us is in there. We'll save that menu. Okay, I'm going to come back over here. I want to create another page. Right over here, add page. I'm going to call this FAQs. And we'll, of course, just add content later on just for the sake of showing you here. We're going to add it to the store's navigation. Add menu item. We got pages. Sometimes it takes a second to upload. There we go. FAQs. I'm going to rearrange this so contact us is last. That looks good. Another thing that we could do, let's say we want to have something like featured product. So we give it the label, featured product. Come over here, click on products, and you'd see all of your products. Okay, now we have featured product, and I'll drive that over here into the middle. You can even create drop-down menus if you want. See how it goes in like that? That would actually create a drop-down menu, which is pretty cool. And we'll just put things back to normal here. And that's saving. We should be able to come back over here and reload and see our navigation on top. Okay, immediately looks a lot more trustworthy, right? You don't typically see a website with just two links, right? So we want to be legit, right? We want to look legit. Of course, we're going to fill this out. FAQs is all about just answering questions that you anticipate getting. So really starting to look nice, starting to look like a developed store here. We're going to come through over here. We have the domain section. I want to point out that you can never, ever, ever go live with this domain. Don't ever promote this domain. Don't ever tell people about it. You never want to show your .myshopify.com URL. This is very untrustworthy. What you want to do is come over here and click Buy New Domain. You can do this directly through Shopify. And over here, we're calling it Best Dogs Plus. So we'll see if Best Dog Plus is available. If it is, we could buy it directly through Shopify, but it's unavailable, and I'm glad this kind of showed as an example. Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to buy a .store or a .shop or a .info? No. You need a .com. Okay, so we want to find other things. We could add store to the end. That's going to become available, right? We could add shop. That's going to be available, I bet. Okay, we could add brand. All these different variations. You want to get a .com. Okay, if your full name .com is taken, add brand, add shop, add co, add store, add something, so you can get the .com. You click buy, and you'll be able to buy it directly through Shopify. I'm not going to do that just because this is a training webinar, but once you do, it will replace this URL automatically. Okay, so you'll never have to see this ugly URL again. It's going to be, in this case, bestdogplusstore.com or whatever your store name is, making sure you get a .com. Okay, preferences. This is pretty important over here. You can set up your page titles. You see the things that kind of show up over here. It says dog training video store, right? We want to replace that, and we'll be able to do that right over here. Another good opportunity to put in some SEO. So Best Dog Plus, the ultimate dog lovers store. Check out Best Dog Plus for the best dog related products online today. Okay, this little description is what's going to show up in Google under the description. This is going to be the actual page title. You'll see as I reload this page over here, the title will change to what I put. Best Dog Plus, the ultimate dog lover store. So we have that taken care of. We have our social media sharing icon. We can customize this if we want. Otherwise, just going to pull the logo. These two sections are super important. Okay, number one, Google Analytics. You're going to go to google.com/analytics. You absolutely want to have Google Analytics installed. Totally free. So just simply sign up. It's going to give you a code. You copy and paste the code inside here. Very important. Even more important is the Facebook pixel. This is the most important in terms of advertising. You're going to come over here, click Set Up Facebook, and what it's going to do is allow you to make a connection between your store and your Facebook account, more importantly, your Facebook ads account. Okay, and this is going to basically have your pixel installed correctly. You'll just walk through these steps when you click Add Sales Channel. Very easy to do, but also very important. So on this page, we're making sure we hit the title and meta description, the Google Analytics, and the Facebook pixel. This is where you're going to be able to turn off your password. We'll move forward over here into settings. Coming over here, general, we're going to see our ugly store URL again. We're going to change this. So here we'll put Best Dog Plus. Okay, you can update your information and all that great stuff, your address, blah, blah, blah. Coming back over here, we'll want to go into payments. Okay, payments is going to be about how you're going to get paid. Obviously, we need to set that up. And Shopify has Shopify payments. This is the preferred way to do it if you're in the US, if you're in Canada. You want to be using Shopify payments and PayPal, okay? Some people might not have access to Shopify payments. There's lots of other different payments out there like Amazon and all these different third parties like Stripe and Authorize.net. Bottom line is you want to be able to accept these four major payment methods: Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and PayPal. Those are the four that matter. You want to make sure that you get them. Whether it's Shopify payments or PayPal, you want to make sure that you're offering those. We have different sections over here that you want to run through here. We can have things, for example, like checkout. Do you want to have people creating accounts? Are they optional? I typically set that to optional. And again, you could run through here and take a look at all the different setups and settings that you can run through. Taxes should be automatically set up for you. It's going to be based on pretty much where you live in the United States or your, whatever your local tax liability is. Shipping and delivery, this is important. This is going to depend on what you're doing with print on demand. Some print on demand companies will dictate what rates to showcase here. Some will actually add rates for you. Depends on print on demand. But the bottom line about shipping is that you always want to make sure that you're making a little bit of profit or at least breaking even on your shipping costs. So a lot of things to just kind of run through. You could add different users over here. Let's say you have a partner or you have a virtual assistant. You could set them up with accounts over there. But really everything in terms of getting started, the look and feel, is inside of the online store section. And I'm going to reload this page because, really just a couple minutes ago, this site did not exist. And, we're going to go back to the agenda and take a look at adding product and integrating print on demand. But just with a sample product right now and a basic implementation, I think this site looks pretty good. It's going to look even better with full suite of dog print on demand products. But if you're a dog lover and you land here or you click on an ad because you're interested in this mask or in a t-shirt or in a wall canvas that we sell, you're going to think to yourself, okay, I'm in the right place. I think you're also going to think subconsciously, okay, this is a trustworthy looking site. Right, we got trust icons, we got social media integration, we've got FAQs, very easy to contact if there's any issues. We got a professional logo, we've got a color scheme that makes sense, right? All these different things are subliminal messages to our customers telling them, okay, I'm okay to check out here. I'm okay to become a customer here. So definitely not rocket science, right? It might take you a little bit longer than it took me, just because I've built a few million stores at this point. But you understand the process here. You understand the steps, especially in the customized theme panel, to getting a nice looking, trustworthy store that really screams out, hey, if you love dogs or whatever the niche is, you're in the right place. So we are back at the agenda. We did our Shopify setup. We have a nice trustworthy dog lover store up and running, and now we're moving on to the next step, the print-on-demand app. This is where we need to pick a print-on-demand partner, and this is super important. Don't just think of this as your vendor. This is the entire back office of your business. This is the warehouse, the shipping team, the product team, everything. It's very important, so you need to pick a good print-on-demand partner and a good print-on-demand app. And you see the link over here. We're going to go to it together, podapp.justinsenior.com. This is the only app that I recommend, and you'll see I'm going to actually build products using this app. So we'll click over here and open this up. You're looking at Tsunami Print on Demand, and this is the Print on Demand app that I use. This is the Print on Demand partner that I use, that I recommend, that I trust. And I'm going to show you how to connect this app, and it's totally free to install this app. It's totally free to make the connection here between Shopify and Print on Demand to allow you to kind of work the magic of this business. And Tsunami is a great app. It does a lot of different things. It also allows for personalization, live product previewing, really great margins. They have a huge amount of products and a really huge network of printers to make sure that products get sent out quickly and at high quality. Really great support team as well. And you can scroll through this page. Again, this is podapp.justinsenior.com for the Tsunami app. Scroll through here, take a look at the video if you want. Read through some of their great reviews, take a look at the screenshots, whatever. But I'm going to show you the main important part. We're going to come over here and click Add App. And this is going to send us back into our store. And it's going to allow us to basically make a connection between Shopify and our print-on-demand partner. And earlier in this video, I talked about how important that connection. That's how everything is going to get sent over automatically, right, when that order comes in. So we're going to come over here, click Install App. Totally free to install this app. Not going to be paying anything up front. Of course, the magic of print on demand. And it's just going to basically have us accept the terms. I would just click on that agree button, and we get sent into the Tsunami dashboard. And you can get here anytime you want now by going under apps, and Tsunami is going to bring us back over into our dashboard here. And this is where we're going to be able to do a lot of different things, print on demand. You can read through kind of what's going on here, what some of the different things that they offer. You can even take a look at their Facebook group. They have some great support over there. But everything that is kind of going to go on here is going to be done inside products, orders, and image library. And now we get into their massive print on demand product library. And it's really, really powerful because we have merchant design, we have pre-designed promos, all of these different abilities for you to get product in your store ASAP. It's incredibly powerful. And over here, well, nothing will show up right now, but this is where you see all of your orders. Again, Tsunami will be able to talk directly with Shopify automatically. So all the orders, all the information will get placed in this section. You'll be able to see kind of what's going on with your print-on-demand orders as they get sent off to the customers. Image library, this is where we'll actually go ahead and upload our designs, right? The designs will then be placed on these different print-on-demand products. Speaking of products, this is what Tsunami does so well. And of course, they have the typical apparel items, but pay attention to these three tabs. These are merchant design. These are basically the typical print-on-demand products where you're going to add your own design on top of these. All right, so maybe you want to do, and this is the bestseller category, you want to do a mug, or maybe you want to do a grocery tote, or you want to do, of course, those super popular canvas prints, or you want to do earbuds. I mean, literally everything here. They have so many different personalized options, a lot of different jewelry here as well, really high quality. Of course, they have the best sellers. Another thing they have is pre-design. So basically, these designs just come as is. Some of them can be customized, but literally this beach towel with the candy skull design, you could just go ahead and add this product to your store. They have a huge selection of pre-designed products, and there's some promos as well. Again, the canvas prints are always super popular, especially this time of year, but you see these different promos that are going on right now. But this is a massive catalog of print-on-demand items, right? Backpacks, nice high-ticket item, blankets, especially those fleece blankets, nice high-ticket items. You have so many different things, a cheese board, cutting boards, mugs, of course, keychains, tons of different home office things like a mouse pad, bookmarks. I mean, you could build an entire brand just based on the really cool products inside of Tsunami. Look at the speakers, right? Bluetooth speakers, wireless speakers, things for your car. So massive catalog, and that's how you win with print on demand. You're going to sell your staple products like t-shirts, hoodies, apparel, and then you're going to offer all of these super, super unique print on demand products from Tsunami. High ticket, mid ticket, low ticket. You're going to have every single type of product in here, and the catalog is just growing and growing and growing. So huge opportunities when you do print on demand with Tsunami. So you've got all of these great print-on-demand products ready to go, accessible to you inside of the Tsunami app. Now you just need designs, right? The designs are going to go on top of the print-on-demand products, right? There'll be the actual design of the shirt, the design of the mouse pad, the design of the tote bag. Whatever you decide to offer print-on-demand, you just need the design. So in order to build your first products, we need to get designs. And I'll talk about the different ways that you might get your designs. Number one, you might be a very artistic person and you can draw or create them on Photoshop or Illustrator, and you create your own illustrations, right? There's probably not too many of you out there. That's definitely not me. I'm not very artistic. In fact, I think that this PowerPoint green background combination looks really good. Like, that was hard enough for me to make. So I'm not really interested in kind of going down the artistic route, because that's not really my strong point. So if you're not artistic, you could either work with a freelance graphic designer. You could find them on designercash.com, 99designs.com, upwork.com, or you can buy pre-made design bundles. And that's what I'm going to show you here today, because it's by far the easiest way to just get started, right? To just get products in your store, especially if you are focusing on popular niches like dogs or cats or politics or hobbies, really anything, right? You want to have these pre-made, ready-to-go design bundles. And you see the link on the screen, bundle.printondemandstores.com. We'll come over here and click on that link and go ahead and check it out. This is bundle.printondemandstores.com. This is the quickest way to get your designs in pretty much any niche. And the way that it works is you pick a different bundle. Each bundle represents one popular niche, and there are 50 print-on-demand designs in each bundle. So if you pick the cats one, for example, you get 50 cats designs. If you pick the dog one, you'll get 50 dog designs. Obviously, that's relevant to what we're doing right now. We're going to be using one of the dog packs here to fill our store up with print-on-demand products featuring these designs. And literally so many different niches on here. Just scroll through here. You see, again, the link is bundle.printondemandstores. Just $47 for 50 designs. So basically $1 per design. And there's all these different niches, about 50 different niches out here. We're going to be using the dogs pack or dog pack number 1, which I already have ready to go. And we'll be uploading those files inside of the Tsunami app to create those products. But very, very straightforward here. You pick your niche, you get 50 designs, then you add those designs in the Tsunami app, which is what we're going to do right now. Now I'm back over here in the Tsunami app, and here are a couple of the designs that were inside of the dog pack, and I'm going to be adding these 3 designs into the Tsunami app to create those print-on-demand products. And I'm going to come over here and press upload, and I'm going to go ahead and add those 3 files, those ready-to-go print-on-demand files, into my image library. Okay, I've got all 3 uploaded. You could preview them, see how they're going to look, make sure that they're good quality as you expected. And again, you could upload all 50 from your design bundle over here. I'm just adding a couple just for example's sake. And now we could actually start taking these designs from our image library and start building products. Any print-on-demand product we want, we can add those designs onto. Of course, you can get your t-shirts and apparel, but everyone shows you that. And of course, you should have those in your store. You could add those as well. But I'm going to show you some really cool, unique products that you could add with Tsunami. How about we add canvas? Canvas prints are just super popular, high margin, high ticket, really easy. And you see the different sizes here, 8x10, 11x14, 12x12. And you have all these different options in terms of where you're going to go. We'll go with this one over here. And of course, what we're going to want to do is have our standard print on demand, where we're going to go ahead and create a new design. And as we open this up, we're going to actually see the canvas right over here, right? And it's got a little mock-up, or here's a little background, or the wall that it's hanging on. See the little shadow. I really love the fact that we're building the mock-ups as we build the product. So we have some really great imagery as well that will go on top of the actual product page. So we have those images that we added before, and it's as simple as literally dragging it directly onto the screen. And we can resize it, we can make it smaller, we can make it bigger till it fits, right? Nice and perfect. See, it looks really good. We have the ability to do that with any design that we want. And if we click Create Design, we're going to see that this image is now added as a mock-up into our product, right? This is just the sample one. Of course, we can get rid of this one. We don't need it. This is our new product image based on the design, right? If we want to change the design, or if, let's say, we didn't like how it looked, or we wanted to reposition it, or we wanted to make it smaller or bigger, you know, whatever you wanted to do, you just come right back in here. You could add more images on here. You could drag in more files if you want to create a complex piece of artwork. everything is ready to go just inside here. It's very simple. You pick the product, you add the design. And that's how it is for every single product. We can come through here, want to customize this product description if we want. It already comes pretty much good to go. This is such a big plus for Shopify, for print on demand, making sure that your products actually ship from the USA. Really huge benefit of working with Tsunami. But you see everything over here. You could even set the selling price over here. So if we wanted, we can come over here, set this to $99.99. Take a look at our numbers here with the $69 profit on this sales price. We really love selling canvas because the high ticket of here. So we could preview it in our store. We can give it a title over here. We'll call this a rescue dog canvas, 11 by 14. Take a look at everything else. Looks like we're pretty much good to go. We could preview it, but I'm confident in that. We're just going to press publish to store and we'll be live. Press OK here. And in just a matter of seconds, we'll be able to come back over. It says product is added successfully. I'll open this in a new tab. Come back over to our products. You'll see a couple other ones I tested. But here's the rescue dog canvas, just like we had created. And we can come over here now. We don't need this image anymore, so we could delete that. And we'll come and actually take a look at our product on the website, on our store. And of course, we can categorize it just like any other product. We'll come over here, add it to the homepage category. And we have it as active. Coming over here, we could take a look, and literally this is how it's going to look on our store, right? And we can come back in here. We can make changes. Let's say we wanted to change the price, or we needed to change the weight in terms of setting up our shipping rates, or if we wanted to change the SEO titles and descriptions, we could do all of that. This is just inside of the product section, so that's no problem, right? We come and do it right inside here. Anything that we want to change, we could change here. We could even customize this description, put whatever you want in here, and then we just simply save the product. So let's come over here and take a look at our store. And here is a product over here, our canvas print, right? Looking real good. We have the exact description as we entered. We have the price, we have the title. Now we see our related products because we have a couple of products in there. And this is how you build a print-on-demand store, right? You could imagine the next steps would be filling out this entire store with more print-on-demand products. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to come right back inside here. We're going to come into the Tsunami print-on-demand app. We're going to head right back into products, and we're simply going to select another product. I'll just pick one randomly. Okay, keychains, and I'll do this keychain because I like the cat on here. We'll do standard print-on-demand. We'll add in a design file. You could try something like this, literally dragging that in there. Looks real nice, fits nicely. We'll leave the back blank. We could also add a back design if we want. Click Create Design, and there you go. We see our product ready to go over here. We could set our pricing. Say we want to go $19.99, and we could set our product description. Everything is already ready to go, right? We have our title. Give it a nice little title. Again, we could preview it if you want. I'm confident in terms of how these have been turning out. Adding them right into our store literally just takes a couple of seconds, and now we have another product. So we'll come back over here, take a look. Right, here's our home house pause keychain. Come and take a look over here. We can delete this image if we want. We can change the categorization if we want. I'll add this to the home page as well. We can even change things, say, okay, I want to charge a little bit more. Okay, no problem. You set the price to whatever you want. We have that over here. The image is ready to go. Ships from the USA, just like all of Tsunami's products. Another huge benefit. And we'll come over here to our store again, and guess what's going to show up? We have our little keychain here and all the description, the pricing, just like we set up. And you see that we're starting to build a nice little store, and we have more designs. So we're going to come back over here and we'll go and look at some more product. And this is the entire print-on-demand business. You're simply adding your designs to cool, unique print-on-demand products inside of the Tsunami app. And this is how you build that big branded niche store, right? About an hour ago, this store didn't even exist. Now we have a nice environment that screams out, hey, dog lovers, spend your money here. And as they scroll through and look at product, we have all of these print-on-demand products ready to go, ready to be ordered. and you don't need to do any more work. You don't need to print this out. You don't need to worry about shipping. You don't even need to pick up the phone and call the print-on-demand company. If someone orders this, Shopify automatically tells the Tsunami print-on-demand app about the order, about the customer, about all of that information, and then they are ready to go. You sit back, you relax, you count your profits, because print-on-demand, there's nothing else for you to do except make the sale. So you add your designs to those print-on-demand products inside of the Tsunami app, you get them on your store, you make those sales, and your job is done. Print-on-demand takes over after that. And it doesn't matter if it's a keychain or a t-shirt or a hoodie or a canvas print, any print-on-demand product, it works the same. Once the sale is made, your job is done. You now have everything you need to build your own Shopify print-on-demand store. And I always love saying money loves speed. Don't just pat yourself on the back because you watched this video. Go ahead and actually do something with these new skills that you've just acquired, right? Every single step, and you could watch this video 100 times if you have to, just keep going over it step by step. This is how you build a Shopify print-on-demand store. This is how you jump in to what I believe is the best business model that's out there right now for e-commerce. My personal favorite for sure, Shopify print-on-demand, step by step. Go through this entire video and make sure you get into this business because it really is one of the best opportunities online right now. And if you ever need help, if you want to show me your ads or show me your store or show me your products or have me look at any type of thing inside of your business, then you need to check out my 2021 e-commerce mentor program. And there's over 650 student success stories that have gone through my mentoring program, and it's really based on two huge components. Number one, you're going to get direct access to me. I'm going to become your e-commerce mentor. Anytime you have questions, if you want me to look at something in your business, in your ad account, whatever it is, you have direct access to me for mentoring, for coaching, support, motivation. You get access to my private mentor Facebook group where I'm in there all day answering questions. It's really me. It's not an assistant or it's not someone pretending to be me. I'm in there all day long helping you grow your business. And that mentoring and coaching goes hand in hand with all of the video training boot camps. And inside of my 2021 mentor program, you're going to get all of my video training courses. Of course, the print on demand and t-shirt boot camp. That's going to teach you all about this incredible business that you just watched in this webinar, right? I'm going to go in depth, teach you the exact steps of how I do over 6 figures a month selling print on demand products with Shopify. And it doesn't just stop there. You're going to get all of my video training courses that go in conjunction with that direct access to me. So print on demand, Shopify, Facebook ads, drop shipping, Instagram influencers, ClickFunnels, wall canvas, Facebook, Google ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, messenger bots. I mean, I literally teach you every single thing that you need to know in the e-commerce world. You get it all, and you get the direct access to me for the mentoring, for the coaching. I've helped over 650 students start successful, profitable Shopify stores following the exact step-by-step strategies that you're going to learn inside of my mentor program. So I really hope you join. You see the link on the screen. It's camp.justinsenior.com, camp.justinsenior.com. It's just a one-time payment. And again, direct access to me, all of my video training programs, free updates, all the time. I always update videos. If actually you joined in my first mentor program, you'd see now over 3 times the amount of videos in your members area, and those updates are always free. So there's no program like this. This is not just a course. Direct access to me. I know you're going to love it, and I hope to see you on the inside. Again, you see that link on the screen, camp.justinsenior.com, and I hope you check it out. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you real soon.